This is the Herman Miller Embody, and I think it's completely overrated. There are just a lot of flaws to the Embody, being left out of sponsored reviews of the product, and I really wish people were more honest about them before I wasted nearly $2,000 on mine. I'm not here to talk you out of buying one if you've already made up your mind, but I am going to help you make sure this is 100% the right choice for you by telling you everything I loved about the chair, as well as what I hated enough to make me return it. The problem is, for the $2,000 price tag, I was just super fucking underwhelmed. I only spend a lot on products that will either improve my health or help me make more money. This chair didn't do either of those for me because it felt like it was actually hurting my lower back and my posture. And the overall comfort factor was just okay. I'll show you what was causing me back pain in just a minute, but while we're on the subject of price, I can't help but bitch just a little bit about Herman Miller's return policy. Because you should definitely be aware this is not a risk-free trial. Even if you return the chair within 30 days, you'll still be responsible for the 10% restocking fee. That's nearly $200 just for the pleasure of trying their chair. Why does it cost $200 to put a chair back in a box? Because fuck you, that's why. Fortunately, I did find a workaround for this so that you don't get stuck paying Herman Miller's restocking fee, and I'll tell you how to do that as well as how to get the best price on the Embody down in the description below. And I think you already know this isn't a sponsorship, but using those links may help support the channel at no extra cost to you, which I always appreciate. I've tested a ton of high-end chairs over the past few months, and I'll let you know about one of my absolute favorites later in the video. But look, while I've got a lot of shit to talk today, I don't want to be too negative because there is plenty to love about the Embody, so let's start there. First off, look at the design of this thing. This is undeniably a beautiful chair. This is one of the gaming Embody color schemes that Herman Miller collaborated with Logitech G to create, but there are lots of other color options if you prefer something that's still stylish but more professional and office appropriate. Herman Miller doesn't make a headrest for the Embody, but there is a very popular third-party company called Atlas Headrest that does. They can actually match the headrest color and fabric perfectly to just about any model, and even to models not specifically listed on their site. So if you're going to buy an Embody and know a headrest is a deal breaker for you, I'll drop another discount link down below for the headrest in case you're interested. Most Embody users agree the Atlas headrest is a must for when you're gaming in the full recline position. And speaking of, the Embody's recline feature is really great with a 4-position lever to control tilt depth, plus a knob to loosen or tighten recline tension. It is pretty notorious for creaking loudly if you move around too much, but this wouldn't be a deal breaker for me. However, what is a deal breaker for me are these 150 pixels on the back and bottom of the chair. They're meant to help with pressure distribution, movement, and support, but they're actually one of the things users complain about most. Specifically, tons of people complain about lumbar pain due to feeling these hard pixels through the cushioning, especially in the lower back region. And that could be because the cushioning itself is just really extremely meh. Honestly, it feels more like sitting on a yoga mat than a $2,000 chair. I think they could have been a lot more generous in the booty region. You can also extend or retract the seat by like an inch or two with these handles here, but it's kind of difficult. It doesn't feel good. And honestly, it doesn't hurt to have the feature, but I feel like it drives up the price, and I would have rather that money gone toward better cushioning or something like that. But the biggest issues for me were the upper back area and the armrests. The upper back here can be adjusted to help support an upright position, but I just absolutely could not get this to make sense for me. I went to Reddit to see what other people were saying about this, and actually a lot of people are complaining. It feels fine when you're reclined, but when you're sitting upright and trying to get work done, the awkward shape of the chair just seems to like roll your shoulders forward, kind of push them forward in a way that's just really awful for posture and feels like it's putting a lot of pressure and stress on your shoulders. And apparently this gets even worse the broader your shoulders are. It also makes it so that you can't reach back or stretch at all. On the other hand, I did find another chair with an innovative 2-part back system that actually gets this right, feels great for my posture, and is a hell of a lot more comfortable, but I'll tell you more about that later. Because even worse than the back support are the armrests. The material itself is good. It's firm yet comfortable. no complaints. But my issue is with the completely unintuitive way these things adjust. They can move left to right, but it's super janky. Like you have to push pretty hard for them to move from side to side, and then it's really hard to get the left and the right armrests like positioned equally because look, like there's like positions they click in, but they move so fast that you can't actually like choose where they go. It honestly feels so unnatural. I feel like I'm damaging the chair every time I adjust them. It's awful. A button under the armrest lets them move up and down, but they also move in and out as you move them up and down, which is just a really odd design choice that I absolutely hate. Just because I want my armrests higher does not mean I want them closer to my body, especially if you're a big body, thick boy gamer. Moving the armrests up and down will put them awkwardly close to your body. It feels like strapping into a roller coaster in the worst possible way. But the actual worst of all is that the armrests cannot adjust forward or back, which is crazy to me given the price point of the chair. Because this means that you will never be able to have your arms level with your desk and your stomach close to your desk at the same time. You'll always have to sit far away or sit close but not use the armrests, which is something I've never had to think about before, but trust me, this really sucks when you're trying to use your keyboard. In short, the Embody is an absolutely beautiful chair, but I wasn't looking for a $2,000 piece of abstract art. I was looking for ergonomics and comfort, and it just didn't deliver either for me. Look, I'll concede, maybe I just hyped this chair up too much in my head and expected too much out of it, but I did wind up feeling extremely underwhelmed on all the most important functional aspects of the chair. And I'm definitely not the only one who feels this way. Once you get off the Herman Miller website and check real reviews on third-party sites like Amazon, you get a more balanced view of how people really feel about it. In my mind, this is just a mid chair with great aesthetics, great marketing, and a great list of gaming influencers being paid to say it's great. For me, the cushion was too thin, my shoulders felt rolled forward into a posture that made my back sore, and I absolutely hated the nonsensical bullshit design of the curved armrests. And none of these would be deal breakers by themselves, but combined under a $2,000 price tag, I'm gonna have to eat the $200 restocking fee and return it. You might not face these issues with the Embody, and I hope you don't. Chairs are a very personal purchase, so what's comfortable for me might not be what's comfortable for you. You might love it. If you are going to buy one though, I will drop an affiliate link down below just in case you appreciated my honesty in this review and want to support the channel. But if you want to know about my actual favorite chair, there is one I liked a lot better than the Embody, and that's the Anthros chair. It comes in at a similar price point, but I really feel like these guys actually innovated on shit that matters rather than just relying on a cool design, brand power, and massive gaming influencer budget. Anthros hits all the strong points I love about the Embody with unique design options and buttery smooth recline, but unlike the Embody, Anthros's armrests are much more adjustable and the seat cushion is insanely comfortable. It also has this unique two-part back system designed to support your spine in an anatomically ideal position for posture to prevent users from developing a hunchback or the dreaded tech neck. This is a chair that I feel improves my health and helps me work longer, so it's the one I'm currently recommending to my own friends and family. If you want to learn more about Anthros or snag a huge discount on your own, you can watch my full review here or down in the description below.